right, my scurvy sea dogs and swashbuckling bildrats, have I got a tale for thee. 'Tis the story of one of the most insane, crazily mad pirate captains to ever sail these here seven seas. He's actually my great-great-grandpappy or something like that. He's back a few generations. 'Tis the legend of old Captain JNub. When you haven't been quite asleep or quite awake for over 250 years, it'll do that to someone. The crazy captain can still be seen to this very day on some stormy nights, for out at sea helming his pirate ship through some of the worst squalls and typhoons to ever grace this here earth. Left eye always closed, right eye wide awake, chugging rum and taking some of the most stormy waves to ever helm this here seas. His massive fast galleon battleship, known as the black-sailed Bloody Pointer. I still get shivers down me spine thinking of the crazy cackle he makes as his ship tears right through 30-foot black water waves. Always on the hunt for the source of his madness, the reason for the loss of his left pointer finger. Mine's gone too. The source of his madness was the mighty blood-red Kraken. He had once been a distinguished captain, helming a battleship for her naval navy, Knuckle Duster was the name of the ship. He would usually be one of the first to pick a fight, which already made him seem a little off to others, you know. The reason for his taught prestige was not for his personality, but for his ability to never back down or lose in any naval combat he had ever been. Except for one. The great and mighty battle he had against the giant Kraken of, I think it was 1781, I think that's the year it was. 'Twas a calm night. It was a moonlit night. He was slowly patrolling between the trade routes, right smack dab in the middle between the Caribbean and Indian Ocean. When all of a sudden, the blood-red Kraken decided to pick a fight with the wrong captain. The great warship shuddered as the captain came up from his quarters. "What the hell's going on, number two?" he quizzically asked his second in command. "Not so, Captain Klein, sir." That was his name back then. It was Captain Klein. Before it was Captain JNub. Crazy Captain JNub. I'm like the third, like I said. All of a sudden, in an instant, the battleship was engulfed in blood-red tentacles slithering this way and that, slowly, methodically breaking the ship apart. "We can't have this," muttered the captain to himself as he drew his sword and headed directly for the first slithering tentacle in his path. Half of the deckhands had already either been knocked unconscious or killed by the fiercely quick strike. Slashing right and left mightily, the captain started to hack down the blood-red vines of his urban jungle. Blood spraying more and more with every slice. The Kraken started losing her grip on the ship and pulled away its giant tentacled pink suckers from the deck of the ship. Just then she reared her huge, bloodshot, arrow-shaped triceps, orange-beaked face, bloodhead right at the side of the ship. She was a mighty warrior herself, and she never backed down from any naval battle herself. Sneaking one of her small tentacles across the ship from the bottom of the deck towards the buckled boot feet of the source of her now great anguish and pain. The finely tailored white and blue captain's legs slithering, Captain Klein cursing at the great beast as it turned its uniform from blue and white to a misty red, as well as his not-so-clean-shaven face, turning to a dark drip red as all the blood splattered on him from the tentacles. The sneaky tentacles then slithered up and around the then middle-aged captain's waist. He's like, "What the hell, you filthy sea wench!" he called out as he realized his error, the tentacle tightening and pulling the captain directly up to her eye. The Kraken let out a deathly loud screech from her giant orange beak as she stared directly into the captain's now evil grinning face. She was like, yeah. He tried hacking himself free, but she was too quick. Finally, a truly worthy opponent, he probably thought to himself. He madly thought as he dropped his sword and he reached his left hand down to grab his, at that time it was a single service, one shot. Yeah, his gun. He pulled it out, brought it directly from the side holster, brought it directly to center mass as he'd been trained, and he let out. He pulled the trigger. Boom! The red-hot marble-sized ball of lead flew out the barrel, striking the Kraken a little right of his great eye, staring a melting hole into his leathery face. The Kraken only pausing for a second as she came snapping back at the source of her last pain with her great beak. The captain tried pulling his hand back, but she was too quick. His beak managed to slash the pistol as well as the pointer finger of me great-great-grandpappy's hand right off. It was only his finger, though. The Kraken was chomping at his prize. The captain realized so much adrenaline pumping through his great veins that he barely even felt it. He looked down and seeing the damage done only pissed him off. "That the best you got, you dirty ocean whore?" he yelled out. He deeply growled at the great beast. Blood started shooting out the end of his now mangled nub, shooting everywhere. Arr. The captain then had a crazy idea. The only thoughts that went through his mind at that time. He drew his mangled bloody nub right into the Kraken's great eye. Blood red mist sprayed and filled the already bloodshot eye at the point of near blindness to the Kraken. The great Kraken thought to herself, now almost as blind as herself. "You won this round." That was probably what the Kraken was thinking. As she retreated almost as quickly as she came, back into the depths of the now once again moonlit calm ocean. The captain fell to his deck with a thump, yelling out to his number two, "Get me a barrel of that rum and get me to my quarters immediately," he yelled out. The captain yelled as a few remaining deckhands started to carry the now bleeding captain below decks. Still calling order to number two, "You have the ship. Get us to the nearest port. Don't bother me. I know what I must do to survive." For the next 2 days, screams and curses of the Kraken, "You stupid seal, my finger are," were heard out of the quarters. I'm sure some of the screaming too was because his finger was all fucked up. When it finally stopped, the ship was calm again. They were nearing the port of Bermuda about 2 days later. The captain swung open his door. He was drunk on rum by this point. He stumbled up the steps. He looked around at his crew, held up his finger. It was a little better looking. It had some crude stitches in it then. He looked up and he said, "Well, I finally got the bleeding to stop." He yelled out. So that there's a story. Waited a long time for it.